It is London, 1872. I have entered into the service of a new gentleman. It would seem he is a gambling man. Hi guys, welcome to 80 Days. Based off the book of 80 Days and the film Around the World in 80 Days, this is a game of strategy and a ton of bloody reading. So I hope you enjoy everything that's about to come your way, and I will. You can play this on Mac and PC, as you can see on the screen, and thank you to all of the names that are coming up on the screen at the moment, because, well, you guys made an amazing game. And the rest of the world is now going to see how amazing. So, we start in the joyful place of London. Let's begin. Monsieur Phileas Fogg returned home early from Reformed Club and in a newfangled steam carriage. Besides, I helped him out and the iron luggage steam-driven horse clantered away. Passports out, he said. We are going around the world. Well, I just want to make this point quite quickly now that this is probably going to be the worst game for me to play due to the fact that I am crap at reading. I am going to try my hardest, but if you hear like random moments of silence, that is because my brain has completely died. But if not, then it's fine. Around the world, monsieur? Monsieur? I asked, utterly astonished. We shall circumnavigate the globe within 80 days. He was quite calm about his proposed this wild scheme. We shall leave for Paris on the 8:25 in an hour. You are in jest, I told him in a dignified affront. You make a mock of me, monsieur. I am quite serious. Pack an ultimere and my evening jacket. There is not a moment to waste. You passy part out. Now the funds. Your passy part out. Technically passport, but passy part might have been the way it was said back then. Your character is now polished. Alright, so we're going to Paris. Let's pack. He said take the meter and the evening jacket. European shipping times might be a good thing to have. Valuable in Vienna, Paris, and Copenhagen. You can always trust a man with a well-dressed wooden shirt. It takes the wax somewhere. Let's go. Oh, Amsterdam to... is that Kristiansand? I think that might have been Kristiansand. Venice to Nice. No. Nice to Rome, Venice to somewhere else. Yeah. No. Christiana. Don't know them. Alright. Let's depart. We embark to Paris. The Anita Express to Paris departed. Guard gates, space for one suitcase will be suffice. Alright guys, so on this lovely journey there should be speech! More speech, told you! The mechanical horse raced past the Piccadilly surface and Pall Mall faster than a team of thoroughbreds. Even so, the whistle of the 8:25 was blowing as we pulled up to Charing Cross Station. Ooh, okay. We raced along the consort and threw ourselves aboard the second whistle screeched with warning. We barely had time to take our seats before the guard rapped smartly onto the comparative door. He held out the tickets, please. Ah, monsieur, we're in a great hurry, I explained, giving him a besieged look. We do not have the time to buy tickets. You may purchase them from me, the guard was saying, though it is more expensive, I'm afraid. £85, please. I don't know whether to argue with him or not. I handed over the £85 and smiled a thin smile from one working man to another. The guard gave me our tickets and slid the compartment door shut behind him with a... Can't say that word. Nope. Pneumatic hiss. Your funds have gone down somewhat. Yes, they have gone down somewhat. I'm on the form despite your efforts. I am at your service, Monsieur Fogg. Oh my god, I have a moustache and I love it. Passport? Begin the journey conversation. Money. This journey will be most expensive, monsieur. Indeed. But we can earn a little from buying and selling possessions as we travel. The journey. But tell me, monsieur, what is the purpose of our journey? I have made a hefty wager. I do not intend to lose. Oh, he's a gambler. London's smog gave way to the rolling hills and the patches of Kentish countryside, still untouched by the hands of technological advancements. Monsieur Fogg reads his paper whilst I reach into our bags. We pass the day in silence. Together in a haste of confusion as the afternoon turned into something into evening, I discovered that my master was one of those gentlemen who broke their silence rarely, if at all. A guard rapped on our door a few miles before Dover. We're about to submerge, he warned, take some people a bit funny, so watch out. What do you mean submerged? I cried. This is the London to Paris and Meter Express, he explained. As though you are particularly dim-witted, child, the submersible train. Talk to you all, London papers? Yes, I must have missed it, I admitted, humbly. Missed it? Ha! He laughed scornfully. Every inch of her has been examined and stamped with the artificer's seal. This is the world's only Bath-scaped locomotive. I could not help a shiver as the fins above the locomotive wheels extended with a hydraulic hiss. Night fell and we plunged past the end of the tracks into the freezing water of the English Channel. Your character is now manicured. You seem to have a flair for trouble. Passy pot out? The Avatar plunged through the water overnight and splashed up into wide garage France tracks at Calais as dawn broke. Do you have a route in mind, monsieur? I asked as the water of the channel died from the compartment windows. I am as yet undecided, my master admitted. The new canal has sped up the shipping route from Suez to Bombay, though perhaps we could take the Trans-Siberia Railway across Russia. Surely not Siberia, I exclaimed. It is too cold and grim, and I have a particular fear of bears. Then we should do well to buy furs, he replied, refraining from rolling his eyes. There are other alternatives. We may also travel overland and cross the Black Sea and the Caspian Seas. But which is safest? Monsieur Fogg raised an eyebrow. There is no place in this world which is not safe for an Englishman, he said coolly, with a great finalist. Parbleu, I scarcely knew what to think. We arrived in Paris, Grenade du Nord, after just 1 o'clock. Automaton posters lift our luggage, and then the persons into the platforms with long, delicate, freak iron arms. Okay. Paris, city of my heart. I was home, but not to stay. Ooh. That sounds like a good idea. Uh-oh. And we are in Paris. Market. Execute secret sounds like a good idea. I can sell this, that would be good. Sell. Yeah, that's decent. And now we don't need that anymore. Let's get the shaving kit. Copenhagen, we're going. Warsaw, Budapest, Berlin. Let's go to Berlin. That would be a good idea. Alright. We'll need another case as well. That's fine. Why not? Let's buy a few things and the bank is closed open today. Let's explore, shall we? That would be a good idea. Let's explore. Ooh, ooh. With a few hours to spare, I asked Monsieur Fogg if I might enjoy my city before we had to leave. Indeed, you should. And if you should learn anything of note, be sure to relay it. I nodded and headed towards town. The talk on the street was of only one thing, the enormous, elegant oval stadium, constructed upon the green fields of Champ de Mars, containing the technology, marvels, art, amusement parks, and Mills crowds, the World's Fair of 1872. My city still wore the scars of last year's siege. I ventured inside. The grand illustrated pavilions of the exposition. I went west towards the airship hangar, past the booth with the husband and wife pair selling panoramic hot air balloons riding to eager tourists. That was my phone. I acquainted as to their hourly rate, wondering if perhaps the balloons could encourage to go a little way east as well, the contribution to our great journey. £85 for half-an-hour flights, the man responded. I gasped. That is a robbery! We are only balloonists here today. Are you willing to miss out on the experience of flying over Paris? I am going around the world, I replied. I hope for much more than impressive sights in the days to come. The man nodded and moved on to the next plateau with great swiftness. I regarded the airship that filled the hangar beside him. There were a huge number of displays from all over the world, and my eyes were immediately caught by, oh my god, Egypt. Ifrit class airship, painted all over with the stylish poppies and feathers. It resembled nothing more than a vast flying Sarcopithecus? Okay. Do people really fly such things? I asked an exhibitor. Indeed, hundreds of them do, every day, he replied with a booming laugh. They say the skies of Arabica are crisscrossing with the trails of Egyptian ships. Perhaps one day soon, Monsieur Fogg and I could find ourselves flying in such a craft. I returned to the expo centre, my thoughts turning with clouds of engine rotors. Adventure swathfully in every direction between the inviting, illuminated pavilions of the expedition. An artificer was replaced by an arc light, which had burned out. She first disconnected the strange machine powering the light, and had a spin iron wheel which was wounded around the series of amateur coils. I merely watched polite. What is the device, artificer? I asked politely. My eyes stared into the copper lily pin, which proclaimed her profession. It is a bleeding Nurisas, is what it is. It is a bleeding Nurisas, is what it is. The artificer grumbled in a thick Yorkshire accent. Oh god, I can't do Yorkshire. These Grammy machines are friggin' beasts. Grammy machines? I inquired. Well, it's a... Oh, never mind. She waved my question away. It's a steam engine, is all. It's a steam engine, is all. I'm an American now. I can't do accents. Only it doesn't make steam. Will that do? I hate explaining stuff to laymen. The harshness of her tone was beveiled by her gentle touch as she unscrewed the arc-like globe and enamelled glass and replaced the 2 carbon rods within. She reconnected the supplies and the 10 Yablokavok candles connected in series lit up once more. They are Marilicious? Old English words. I don't know them, I breathed. The artificer snorted. Their hard work is what they are. Miracles indeed. But her mouth softened into a small, proud smile. She looked at her pocket watch, cursed, hurried off, dropping something as she went by. I pocketed it. It was a guild Melanoy, a token of membership for the favour that might provide useful with some encounter with other artificers along our path. I looked about me once more. The crowd of tourists jolted and heaved past, their eyes wide with wonder. I headed towards the red and purple tent of the Artificers Guild, draped with the banner empowered with copper lily signal. It was the most incredible display of machines as I thought the scrapyard had been brought to playful life. One of the artificers had his hand inside a human-shaped automaton, rummaging through the clockwork in nards. He looked out a piece of engraved glass and peered at it with a jeweller's loopy. Dashing thing, he cursed in an upper-class English tone, and then looked up. Oh, hello! I did not mean to intrude, I said politely. Nonsense, young man. I sound like a very feminine type of girl. It's kind of weird. He waved the glass shard dimsly. I'm trying to build an automat. What can cook, you see, but it's not going well. This one can't even fry a chip. Surely humans are perfectly capable of cooking, I remarked. Do we need an automat for such thing? You have clearly never been to English boarding school, he replied, and stuttered. The thing old parson could do with a cabbage. The tender stomachs of British youth would be much safer with mechanical hands. Perhaps they should simply hire a French cook, I suggest with the little wink. A French cook? Ha! The artificer stroked his moustache thoughtfully. Good thought, old chap. Perhaps I'll go and find myself a cook to model my automo on. The artificer smiled. I wished him well with his culinary endeavours. He was at least in the right city to find a cook. And returned to the centre of expedition, the ears ringing the bombastic tunes of steam orchestra. My feet were tiring. The hours were growing late. I returned to Monsieur Frog, who was eating a meal of plain boiled beef à la gine. À la lasagne? I don't know what that says. I'm not French. Did you enjoy the exposition? My master inquired indefinitely. As I thought I had been out visiting aged great auntie rather than witnessing all the wonders that the modern world had to offer. Will we travel by airship, do you suppose? I asked. I think it's highly likely, he replied. They are expensive, but extremely fast. I dreamed the night of mechanical wonders of Automos, with beautiful, enamoured faces, knowing little of the strange invitations and the stranger peoples I would soon encounter in my journey around the world. Your relationship with Frog has strengthened slightly. Alright guys, so thank you for watching the first episode. There is a lot of reading, and because I'm reading it through as well, maybe read it yourself, because some things I'll say will sound really wrong, and that's totally truthful. Should fetch a good price in Europe, we should decide to sell it. So, our plan, I don't 100% know yet what my plan is, but that's apparently already going. I think maybe Amsterdam would be a good place to go. I don't want to go to Vienna, I want to go to Berlin. So Amsterdam seems like a good idea for me, unless I'm going down, but I think maybe going down afterwards would be a good idea. Thank you guys for watching, I hope to see you in the next episode, and have a good day. Bye guys!